My thing is this, okay? If you can't do the job, if you know you can't do the job, don't apply for it. That's how I see it. If you don't know you can do the job, don't apply for it. Okay? If you know you can't handle it, don't do the job. You can't choose certain jobs like this and only think about the paycheck. You have to have a caring heart for people. Jobs in human services, you must have a caring heart for people, period. Otherwise, you do stuff like this, you need to be charged with a crime. You need to go to jail for a felony charges, period. New Orleans 911 dispatcher wanted for hanging up on calls for help. Precious Stevens would hang up on 911 calls for help without taking information from callers or sending it to emergency services. New Orleans police are looking for a New Orleans 911 operator that has been accused of hanging up on people for calling for help. A New Orleans Police Department spokesman said Thursday, officers are looking for Precious Stevens, 25-year-old woman who faces charges of malfeasance in office and interfering with emergency communication for an August 23 incident. Stevens deliberately disconnected 911 calls without getting emergency information or transferring the calls to other dispatchers, hanging up on people calling for help. New Orleans Police Department's Public Affairs Division sent a release Thursday about the charges. Officers will arrest Stevens whenever and wherever they find her, the release said. Her whereabouts are unknown to New Orleans Police Department investigators. Anyone with additional information on Precious Stevens' whereabouts is asked to contact New Orleans Police Department or district detectives at 504-658-6030, statement said. This is insane. Okay? You signed up for a job, okay, to help people. And the worst about this is that you're black. This is the worst thing about it. You're black. You make black people look bad. Okay? It's tough out here to get jobs. Very tough. And you have the opportunity to help people, and you screw it up. Okay? You screw it up. That could be your family member that could call one day, and you could hang up on them because you don't care. Okay? The sad thing is that there are more people like this. There are more women who do this. 911 dispatchers who hang up on people calling for help. Okay? If you can't do the job, don't do it. But you see, because of this situation with the jobs, people don't want to work because of the benefits, but the unemployment benefits, but that got cut off. So people are going to work. They probably have to hire anybody they could desperate to fill a spot. And when you have these type of situations, you know, you're going to hire anybody, even if they're low value, even if they have a sketchy past, or they're not good with people. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people who are not good with people, and they will learn to be good with people to do their job because they want to do their job. Okay? And that's good. But unfortunately, you have people like this who think it's okay to go and go to work and just sit there to collect a check when you work a job that has to deal with human beings, that you can't play around. Human services. Unfortunately, there are people that play around with any job. When it comes to human services, that's where you have to draw the line. This is where you have to draw the line. This is where, you know, people who do this type of work with 911 call police officer, You just come to collect a check, and you screw up, and someone dies. You got to go to you need to do some federal time. Sad to say, I wouldn't be surprised if families is hiding her. That don't be surprised. They could be hiding her. Okay? They will foolishly do it. And from just looking at this person, it looks like they would do that. She looks like she comes from a family that doesn't have any accountability. No real accountability. Okay? There's no, you did something wrong like this, you got to pay for it. They will hide her. Sad to say. All right. And that is sad because the whole family will go down. The whole family's going to go down. Because they feel that they got to protect their own. They'll probably feel like, oh, it's racism. Okay? And that is sad because she comes from that type of family. I bet you she comes from that type of family. I bet you she does. Now, when I was curious about looking at the word malfeasance, okay, it's basically, and when you do that on your job, it's basically refusing to do your job. That's basically what it is. And this is scary that you have people like this working these type of jobs. And unfortunately, this is going to make it harder for those who actually want to do these human services jobs. Okay? It's going to make it harder for blacks who actually want to do their job to be hired. The hiring process will be a lot stricter, background checks more thorough. Okay? And people who probably made some mistakes and want to make a difference will find it harder to do so because of people like Precious Stevens, who think you could go to a job like this and just collect a check just to plot your body on a chair and think it's okay. That is, unfortunately, how it is. You got degenerates like this who will make it harder for blacks who actually value their job. Okay? And it's tough. It will be tough for blacks. As tough as it is in this country to be treated as a human being, to even fight to be treated as a human being. Being black, you've been told that, well, I've been told that you have to work twice as hard, okay, as a white man. Twice as hard. Because this country, was really built for white people. But due to culture, okay, and people standing up against the oppression and racism of non-whites, that's the only reason why things changed. But you got blacks here that make it bad for the rest of us. Here's another news link. According to local ABC affiliate KATV, TC, Stevens was fired from her job as of late last month. The communication district allegedly notices something odd about Stevens' phone calls during her shifts on August 20th and 21st. Officials told the Times Picayune. Those problems were undiscovered during an investigation into the quality of random sampling of calls. Those internal protocols, however, turned up more than audio quality issues, officials say. Stevens was immediately dismissed and her information was turned over to the police. The district has and will continue to cooperate with the investigation into this matter and dedicated to providing any and all assistance to aid in the efforts. A statement from Orleans Parish Communications District provided to the outlet says, under Louisiana law, malfeasance in office is defined as the intentional refusal or failure to perform any duty lawfully required or in the intentional performance of any such duty in an unlawful manner. The Pelican State defines interfering with an emergency communication as, in relevant part, when a person disconnects, damages, disables, removes, or uses physical force or intimidation to block access to any telephone or telecommunications device with the specific intent to interfere or prevent an individual from using a 911 emergency telephone number. If convicted as charged, Stevens faces more than 5 years in prison as well as substantial fines. A separate press release from the New Orleans Police Department's Public Affairs Division said the wanted woman would be arrested whenever and wherever she is found, according to New Orleans CBS affiliate WWL. The shocking alleged disdain for people's problems from a 911 dispatcher come as the Big Easy struggles to pick up itself back after a direct hit from Hurricane Ida that has left the area flooded and without power for days and days. So you decide to pick up a job, and the worst thing you could do is hang up on calls from people asking for help after they're, dealing with a hurricane. Yes, wow. The New Orleans Parish Communications District recently sought to affirm the visibility of the emergency call services in a public post on Facebook. 911 and 311 services are fully operational, Director Tyrell Morris said. We lost 311 call services briefly yesterday when the city's network lost power, but we're quickly able to reinstitute call services afterwards. If you experience difficulties calling 911 from your cell phone, call from a landline. And that's really it. I hope they find this person. I really do. I hope they find her. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think in the comments about this story. Have you ever had a loved one had to deal with a 911 dispatcher who didn't want to do their job? Let me know in the comments section. Once again, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Later.